tell you about a thinking model used during World War II that saved the lives of countless men, maybe men who eventually became your grandfather. This success lesson might have very well made your existence here today possible, and can certainly make your greater success here in the future more possible. During World War II, military analysts were trying to figure out how to armor their planes better. They noticed that many of the returning aircraft had bullet holes in the wings, tail, and fuselage. The immediate ideas were to reinforce these areas. Sounds logical, right? That's where you see the bullet holes, make sure that those are reinforced. But a US-based statistician named Abraham Wald made an important observation. The planes that they were inspecting were the planes that made it back. The planes that didn't return were the ones hit in other vital areas, like the engine, the pilot cockpit, and flight control. By focusing only on the survivors, they were missing the most crucial information. Wald's insight was to reinforce the areas where no bullet holes on the returning planes were visible. Why? He realized the planes hit in those parts died. They didn't return. That is what is called the Inversion Principle. By flipping the problem on its head, Wald saved the lives of countless pilots and flyboys. The late Charlie Munger often quoted this advice by saying, "Invert, always invert." His book was even titled, "All I Want to Know Is Where I'm Gonna Die, So I'll Never Go There." The story is a perfect metaphor for how we often tackle our own problems. We typically focus on all the things that we need to do to achieve our goals, without giving enough attention to where we are vulnerable, where our blind spots are, all those things that can or are sabotaging you. Inversion means to invert or to flip something upside down. It takes the question, how can I be successful, and turns it into, how can I avoid that which leads to failure? Inversion lets you start with your goals in mind and work backwards, and now proactively avoid those bad choices, the behaviors, and the habits that will prevent you from achieving your goals. Simply put, by considering negative situations, you'll clarify your positive path to success. That is a very important distinction. Here is the 3-step process to apply this inversion principle to supercharge and safeguard your life and career. Number 1, identify your goals. Make sure that they are SMART. You know the drill. Number 2, identify your foes. Reflect deeply on the actions, the choices, the behaviors, or the habits that could throw you off track. These are your foes. Make a list, be honest, and make it thorough. And number 3, identify your don't do list. Turn your foes into don't do's. I'll give you some concrete examples here, okay? Let's say your goal is to lose 20 pounds and improve your overall fitness. Here are your foes: late night snacking, being too busy to make workouts, drinking sugary beverages, or whatever it is for you. So now your don't do's are, don't eat after 8, don't miss a scheduled workout, make them a fixed meeting with your boss, and number 3, don't drink sodas or high-calorie coffee drinks. I'm telling you, your don't do list will contribute more to your success in achieving your goal than anything that is on your diet or success plan. Let's take another. Let's say your goal is to increase the intimacy in your marriage. Here are your foes: being on your phone or laptop during together time. Number 2, prioritizing work over planned couple time. Number 3, avoiding discussions about feelings or important topics. So here's your don't do's: no phones at the dinner table or in bed. Number 2, no canceling date night without an emergency. Number 3, no shying away from difficult conversations. And one more, just to be sure you got it. Let's say your goal is to grow your real estate sales transactions 25%. Your foes are poor lead follow-up, lack of prospecting, paperwork and administration distractions. So your don't do's would be: 1, let any lead or inquiry sit for 4 hours or more. Number 2, end your day without 3 new prospecting conversations. And number 3, spend more than 1 hour a day with admin or paperwork at all. Okay, so hopefully you see how by defining these don't do's, you effectively set boundaries that help you safeguard your goals against your most common pitfalls. Or as Dwight Schrute from The Office would say, whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing. So your don't do list acts as a daily compass, guiding you away from behaviors that most significantly detract from your objectives and reinforce the behaviors that do support your ultimate success. Applying this inversion principle approach not only clarifies what you need to avoid, but also solidifies your commitment to the habits that will help you achieve your goals. All right, now, take out your Darren Daily Journal and be sure that you have this 3-point formula for the inversion principle. 1, goals. 2, foes. 3, don't do's. And tell us, what goals are you going to apply this principle to? Share that with us in the comments below.